Let me demonstrate this to you. Right? Hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960s civil rights movement. I am part of the Generation X since I was born in 1971. Now, I explain this our culture to my son. He's Generation Alpha. He wants to be Generation Z with his cousins and brother. You know, he has an uncle. Shout out to Wabi, who's almost 30 now. Wabi getting up there, huh? And got a seed on the way. So I'll be an uncle more than 3 times over now, right? And you know, I mean, we're trying to build. That's what we're trying to do. I mean, that's all Generation X has been trying to do. We do consider ourselves leaders. Baby boomers. And Donald Trump is the last one. Now, y'all want it to be somebody else. I get it. You know. Well, how old is, I wonder how old Tulsi's, I think Tulsi Gabbard is younger than me. I don't know that Middle Eastern guy. I don't know him like that. I haven't really been studying him or any of these politicians, because I mean, you're right. When they're dealing with being either Democrat or Republican, it's like taking a cracker and breaking it in half and saying it's 2 different crackers. No, it's still the same. It's one cracker. It's just broken in half. And they're attacking the people for explaining it like that. That's where it's like ignorant, right? It's you know, they took a suffix ER. They took the ER suffix and made it derogatory. That's basically what they did. That's the game theory of how they use artificial intelligence to silence you. I'm here to help you understand how to be free. No, I'm not going to go around here using the quote unquote N-word, ER, right? Or even I'm trying to avoid using that suffix. See, way back in the days when hip hop began, with Copa Raku Herc and then Bam, right? These cultures that we were sampling from, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, right? They were all part of the hood. We were sampling they flavors, right? We had our own culture. We had James Brown, right? We had our own culture, but we were sampling theirs. And some of their family came and started breakdancing with us. Shout out to Crazy Legs, right? And hence, Bam became the father for saying we are hip hop, right? Now the cultures that I'm talking about, the essays, who are also part of the community, they got mad. They start calling us hip hopers with the ER to be derogatory, to reference that we were coming from a Negro culture. So yes, they were being derogatory. They were being mean and bullies, right? But we embraced it. Like, nah. We're not hip hopers. We are hip hop us. You see, we're not in our N-word ers. We N-word us. So we cut off the ER, since that's derogatory, like master, like calling somebody a master, right? Even though we give credit to legends in the game. It's Grandmaster Flash, no other. Grandmaster Melly Mel, no other. These are the legends in our culture, right? I'm gonna call them prophets or whatever, but we call them legends. We call Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture, Muhammad Ali. We call them prophets. But we call Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Karis One, we call them legends. You're starting to understand? So here we are in 2024, and I'm caught in the middle, not in the middle. It's all right, cool. I can still create content how I've been doing it for the past 14 years. Well, 13 years. My son turns 13 soon because I started when he was still in his mommy's belly. And I witnessed the miracle, of him being born. So let me try to see if I can fix that because it seemed like it's, I wonder if it's, okay, because it's, all right, so that's why it's doing that little black line at the bottom there. I guess I could zoom in or whatever, but it's good. That's all y'all need to see anyway. It don't matter, right? Because I'm playing the game, but this game here is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Anybody that knows, this is the game that changed the game. All right, you said, well, it had to be Grand Theft Auto 3. It had to be Grand Theft Auto, right? This is basically Grand Theft Auto 3. But instead of the Italians being the main protagonist, right? It's CJ. My knuckleheaded cousin. All right? His name is Carl. So Carl is out here in Los Angeles, a virtual Los Angeles world, right? Oh, I don't know if I want to go that way. Right? That might be a fight right there. See the cop? See, the cop won't mess with me unless I mess with him. Those dudes that was coming down the street, they was going to try to jump me. So I'm theorizing, how can I play this game different so that Christians can understand this game? First I have to tell the story. Because the movies, Hollywood was number one. Gaming took over. Gaming is number one now. Just some more over there. I better go this way. So, gaming is number one. And the baby boomers don't understand it. Now, I've been trying to explain it to the baby boomers since Pong, right? Because I'm a Generation X. I grew up on Pong. Don't mess with me. Oh, geez. Are they following me? And then everybody's watching me play this. Anybody that plays this game is like, oh, you a punk. Like I said, I'm playing this game as a Christian. How would a Christian play Grand Theft Auto? I might have to make this into a program, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, peace be with you, fellas. I don't want any trouble. Let me bring up my map. Let me see here. Where am I at? Come on, y'all gotta be kidding me. Not right now. I gotta figure out the buttons. Not resume. Options, I guess. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. So yeah, not controls, time, display, audio, language. So I'm not trying to teach you how to play the game. I mean, I am, but I'm not. And my parents are part of that clique of, they listen to the government. The government is the ones that said, look at this game here. When this game came out, right? The Government said, look at this game right here. This is the game. And it was specifically this game. You see, they were okay with Grand Theft Auto 3. Like they complained a little bit with Grand Theft Auto 3. They can't, then the Miami one came out. They complained a little bit more. It wasn't until this game came out that it became a serious problem. I'm trying to explain why. You see, the government didn't really have a problem with The Godfather 1 or The Godfather 2. Those two movies are going down as the greatest movies of all time, right? Godfather 3, questionable, right? It was, the summer. He got an opportunity to do it. I'll do it, whatever. I'm not hating on Godfather 3, but everybody knows that in order for it to be, it should have happened right after the second one. It didn't have to tell the tale of Michael in his old age trying to retire without an heir. You know what I mean? But it did. So that's why it worked. You know what I mean? Plus Al Pacino is one of the GOATs. Because he made Michael Corleone the Godfather. Everybody watched the first movie just like Marlon Brando. It's like, yes, but in the second movie, his name misses my head, but he becomes the Godfather. I mean, it goes back in time. I'm not here to explain all that. What I'm trying to say that is those three movies are going down as the three greatest movies of all time. All right. Fast forward for Black people, it's Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. Then it's like, what is that third movie that is our redemption from being in or being a gangster? Right? Where is our redemption from having to do crime to get some cash to actually build something legitimate? Because that's what the Godfather did. He was a moral man. Like, that's the part that is like people being dishonest about, because you didn't see it. Watch those three, about Vito Corleone. That's the dad, right? Vito Corleone came over from Italy, and he just had a basic family, his wife and his son, right? So it was just them three. And he's trying to work odd jobs, and he's trying to make cash in the normal American way. And he noticed that one of the true villains was somebody charging his own people, right? AKA the gangsters of our community, right? And he wasn't giving back to the community. So Vito took care of him, and they made Vito the Don, the new Godfather, and he ran it like Noah, Abraham and Moses. That's who he actually was, or he is in the thing. Everybody wants to go, we can't be those because those are. I get it, but even Moses accidentally killed somebody, right? Like, that's how the story is told. Is yes, he did violate one of the 10 Commandments. Yes, Vito Corleone, one of the 10 Commandments, right? He violated it. God didn't favor him, but he lived morally to help his people. Now, Black people are trying to do the same thing. And like I mentioned, Rakim, for example. But everybody else keeps mentioning who? Lil Nas X, or, somebody that the government gives you, right? Charlemagne the Dog, right? That's who the government gives you. It's like, that's hip hop. No. Charlemagne, he's Charlemagne the dog is Charlemagne the dog, right? He'll even say my people, but then when he gets interviewed in the forum of trying to help us, getting cash for us, right? It's they'll say, well, you got cash, right? Why would they need reparations, right? They get real ignorant with him, and he's too scared to call them ignorant, because I ain't got a problem doing it, right? Ice Cube ain't got a problem doing it, right? That's why you might not ever see Ice Cube on Bill Maher again, because Ice Cube said it, told him in a nice way, yo, you're not allowed to use that N-word. That's for my people, right? It's our way of saying, yes, we are brothers. We made it into an A. We're not scared of racism in a form called white supremacy. We're going to build together. So that's what Ice Cube is trying to do. He's saying, hey, you know what I mean? You go to the NBA games, you see how much the tickets cost. You see how much the beer costs in the festival. You know how much it costs you to go to these games? Hundreds of dollars in order to see one game. We can't afford that. So what I got is the big three over here. We making it more like a cookout. You know what I mean? I might have some break dances here. I'm gonna make it hip hop again. Right? We trying to bring fruit juices and things like that, more healthier things to the table or whatever, right? I'm not going to charge you $20 a case for one can of beer. I'm going to be fair with it. My percentages of profit is going to be lower because my cost is going to be lower. But it's more family oriented. Bring your wife, bring your dog, bring your house. Like bring your family to this. Whereas the NBA is going, black families not invited. Y'all can't afford it. That's what's actually going on. And the same is going on with entertainment, video games. Right? So all they did when this game came out, let me get back to the game, because I'm playing it like a Christian. I walk down the street and it's la-da-da. Jesus is Lord, right? I'm not going to hurt anybody today. Right? Hopefully I don't see any violence, right? Hold on. Are y'all friends? Oh, they're not friends. Let me go hide over here. I don't want any trouble. Right? Like, this is how you would have to play this game. Now, like I said, the government didn't really have a problem with Grand. Like, they did at first, but it was kind of, the first Grand Theft Auto is an overhead, it's an overhead. You can't see the violence. Like, it's violence. But it was overhead. It was like not Pac-Man. Like, it was like Robotron. Like, it, right? You can't really, you can steal a car, right? I could have stole the car from them two guys, but you know what I mean? It's like, you don't have to do that, right? But it's like, well, there's immorality in the game, and we get that as immorality in life. Like, just like there's unethical behavior in life, right? Anything that goes against the 10 Commandments is actually unethical. That's what I'm trying to help convey. But when you got certain people pointing at other certain people and saying they're the ones being unethical, now you don't know who's telling the truth, right? And that's what the politics do. Both sides point at each other saying that they both unethical, right? And it's like, well, dude, you're in charge right now. And you're the one implementing stuff that's way more unethical, right? At least he held the Bible, right? That means at least he's willing to swear on it, that I'm going to try to uphold this, right? You holding the Bible and you talking about upholding the Constitution and then contradicting the Bible, which is completely unconstitutional. That's the part that I'm trying to help people understand. I was supposed to look at the map. That's right. Let me look at the map. Oh, hit select for the map. I don't have a select button. I got to figure out which map to my select button. Yeah, I don't know which one is connected to my select button. Right, so I do all that later. I'll reorganize or whatever. But I ain't really, like usually like game two, gamer, usually like they used how they got big was they took this game, they played it and showed all the extra super violence in it and and people you watch it and laugh at all the unethical immorality and you know what I mean, and that's how they got popular, right? Same thing they doing with rap music. It's we're gonna and I don't want to just blame Suki Red and Suki Red and what's the other girl name? Well, yeah, that's both of them. Red, sexy Suki Red or whatever, slutty sexy. Like that's what I call it. It's an ideology that they're the best female rappers, and really but then they don't mention Rhapsody or and that's all. What's the name? Make fun of Shay New York. Like that's who they make fun of. Or they try to make fun of them. Shay New York and what's the girl's name? I got a lady's name. I mean, she, I think I might be older than her, so it's okay for me to call her a girl. But I respect her in the game. Okay, I'm back home finally. Cool. So you see, this is my safe haven here. This is where this is my mom's house. I was trying to find it without looking at the map, and I did a pretty good job. See, I can positive and negative reply. Notice there is no, sometimes or indeterminate. Is yes or no, right? And that was a shout out to Labari right there. You know what I mean? Because that's how he understands now how to catch him in the game. Like we gotta peep the Godfather, man. The Godfather it might be my favorite movie. Because it's well written. It's about family and how their family came up, and you know what I mean? Like the Godfather, he wanted Michael to be the president of the United States of America. Like, yes, it is possible for a wetback Italian, and I'm saying that with respect, right? See, these dudes, these are my friends. They green, so they not going, they're not going to swing on me unless I swing on them, right? And it's just like, hey, CJ, whatever they might be saying in the background, right? You see they got their guns out, but we cool. When they wearing green, we cool. If they got on purple or yellow, I remember I demoed this a little bit with the yellow, and I went over and said, hey, fellows, what's going on? And then the boy like pulled out his gat and started shooting on me. Like, no, Holmes, you're not from around here. No, I didn't murder them. You know what I mean? I tried to run. Oh, they murdered me. I tried to run, and that's how I ended up back here. They put me in the hospital, and you know what I mean? So I thought it'd be funny to say, let's play the game as how a Christian would play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and at the same time explain what this game really meant. This game is actually, like I was saying, this game. See, I can talk bad to them because they in my hood, but all they're gonna do is walk away still. Like I said, all they're gonna let me slow down again. Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, two of the greatest movies, right? It's about, but they're tragedies because there's no redemption, right? That's what the lesson is, and that's what's his name? Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. It's just Slick Rick was solo, but that's Slick Rick's children's story. That's one of the greatest rap stories of all time, where he's explaining how this kid tried to make a quick buck, found himself running from the cops, got shot up. Don't live your life that way. Follow the 10 Commandments. Don't steal. Don't kill. Don't right? Yes, somebody smack you in your face. Yes, it's almost impossible not to smack them back, right? But the book says, let them slap your other cheek too, right? I'm laughing because, right? Because, Michael, shout out to Mike Crockett, my daughter's biological, right? That's my brother. I love Mike. He watches that slap YouTube, those the ones where the dudes be slapping each other and trying to knock each other with slaps. So I guess it's UFC is might be dipping a little bit, so they got to find something else to entertain us with that's violent. You know what I mean? Because we do like violence, and it's men, grown, big men, they big too, and women, slapping each other so somebody get knocked out. It's hysterical to watch. Like, how you just want to let somebody slap you in the face like that, right? But that's what the good book says. Somebody slap you in the right, slap you in the left, cool. Leave them alone, right? I can't do it either. I'm ducking it. You know what I mean? I'm warning you, right? Because I'm not a slapper. I'd rather, my favorite is the Cobra Clutch. Let me just put it that way, right? Sergeant Slaughter, Cobra Clutch. You'll wake up after I left. That was always my, way of handling the violence. Everybody who handles the violence a little differently. So this game it is the third movie. The government had a problem with it because, yes, you got white kids playing as a black character, right? And it doesn't, white families don't want that, right? They don't want a black messiah. We get that, right? I understand. All right, cool, no problem. Leave me alone. We have a black messiah. It's when we start talking about our black messiahs when y'all point at us talking about anti-Semite or, that's what makes us, or he's not God, or you're not God, or It's like and it's like when we point at Charlemagne the dog. I know that, you know that, right? Plus, he's not really serving us, right? Charlemagne the God is serving his own purpose, and a lot of these guys, they don't even admit it. Like, I'm here to serve my own purpose, and you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. You ain't got to hit the like button, then I get it, right? You ain't got to share, subscribe, right? But I know some of y'all are still in the content. I still the content, but I give them credit. That's why I try to, come on and mention whoever I am in daily conversation with, I miss some of the conversations we used to have, literally, like we would try to have conversations online using just our words, and that's why I consider Jody one of my good friends on here. Like, Jody, he still tags me, and it's like, oh, thanks for tagging. King Kenyatta, somebody new, he starts tagging me. It's like, all right, cool. Whenever he gets a chance to see me, it is. He throws a question real quick because it's like, Kenyatta, I don't really mess with that slutty, sexy red. That's not hip hop to me. That's rap music. It's whack, right? It's not. Those are not my daughters, right? That's somebody else's daughters, right? And 10 to 1 when you ask them, like, well, who's your father? Yeah, I don't have my father. I don't have a father. I don't need a daddy. And then it's like, what I mean? That's why I look at my son and it's like, daddy, my son already knows. You want me to leave her alone? Yes, son. You leave that alone, right? He knows that's the number one question. Oh, you like her, son? Yeah, I like her, daddy. All right, well, you know what to ask her. Can I meet your father? I don't mess with my father. Okay, no problem. Right? Because ask her a yes or no question, all she gonna give you is what's actually in her heart. All that hate. Right? See, no, these are my brothers. They love me. That's why they ain't messing with me. Okay? So I might come back later on. That little bar at the bottom bothers me, but it doesn't. But but I just wanted to show y'all, how a template could look on here, and when I play the game, and because I'm gonna start get more gaming on here, where I'm just playing the game, and maybe giving my insights about life to, like I'm doing today. You don't have to play this game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to pursue the ending. It's a game of, hey, in fact, let me go get a car, because that's what I like to do. I like to drive. That's right. Whenever I get in this way, this is my brother's car, so I'm not stealing. In fact, I might have a nice car under here. Let me see if I saved a nice car. Let's see. I saved a police motorcycle and a bicycle. I just started over again, so that's why I don't have anything yet. And you know, I mean, I'll show some progress, and then it's like, well, how did you get that nice? And see, now you're asking too many questions. Are you questioning, right? And then now you violating the 10th commandment and stuff, right? How did I get this fatter house? How did I get that fatter? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's 10th commandment violation, man. Don't be envious of, you know, the fancy cars that I'm driving now. You know what I mean? Because I had to go get one. Don't ask me how I got it, right? So this is my brother's car, so this is completely legal. And this was actually my favorite part of the game. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me see. Boom, boom, no. No. Okay, now I'm changing the channels. Let's see. So I got to get all the controls together too. Mixtape, I think that might be it. Now, mixtape, this is my last part. And people that they already probably left. Yo, back up. You green, you cool. People that played this game, they hopefully y'all listen to what I'm trying to, you know, explain to the non-gamers. Like, you know what I mean? Because they call themselves non-gamers, but actually they hate manhood. That's what is actually going on, because it should take nothing for me and my brother to go, hey, yo, bro, what you doing? Nothing. I'm coming through with a chessboard and a brew. Right? That's boom, right there. That's entertainment. Drink a brew, play some quick chess, move on with your life. Like, that's what I used to do, right? But now I love Scoop. Shout out, yo, how you doing, bro? Happy belated birthday. Even, you know, the one I'm looking for is Spinny Bang. I see Niz and you know, I'm gonna call him Patches. So better Patches. Cool, Chris, right? They my brothers. I grew up with them since I was a baby. Like, I shared a picture of me, Byron, Ronald, rest in peace, and my brother looking kind of suspect there. I'm gonna call you later about that one, bro. But like I say, all children are gay. It's our fathers teach us manhood. Now y'all talking about children that's growing up without their fathers, and so their father's not there to teach them manhood. So they think it's okay to be gay their whole lives. See how it's different? You see, but they don't want you to see that difference, right? They want you to say, no, that's biological. Like, no, it's not biological. It's not just mental. It's also spiritual. And that's what y'all trying to deny. Y'all trying to change religion is, just like you're trying to change transgender people. It's all God-given, right? So let me see if I turn the radio on. So this is the best part of the game. This is what made it hip hop, is driving in the car and listening to either some reggae, right? If I'm in the mood for some reggae, I can listen to some good reggae. Ain't that incredible? I'm trying. Chuck D is the DJ on one of these albums, on one of these stations. Yeah, right. I'm only playing a little bit because copyright claims, I guess. Right. Stop towing the Funktipus mobile. That's my car, y'all. There you are. Right. Listening to the radio. Playback. Yeah. See. Yeah. Turn it in. Right. This is why I like the game. Go get me a car and then just drive to town. Right, they got my brothers. Right? Attitude when on fire. Fire. In the juice and then see fire. Keep it clean. I got the lane. I'll throw it down your bark like Barkley. You see the car keys, you'll never get these. It belongs to the 9-8 posses. You want to get some, you want to get some. Don't understand. Right? So it's a virtual driving simulator too. You just drive your car and enjoy a day within, Los Angeles. And, right? But watch when I right? They about to change the scene, right? But watch when I go try to talk to these guys over here, right? Hey fellas, what's going on?
Hey, Rose Street Mama suck my dick. What's it to you, Boston? The grow.
I gave him a thumb up. Oh, I gave you a thumbs up, dude. Oh, come on. Oh. Yep, right. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go. I forgot what gas is. Oh, there it is. And you ain't gonna do nothing, you pig. All right. I ain't mean to call you pig, officer. I'm sorry. All right? How a Christian should play Grand Theft Auto, right? Not like this, right? You shouldn't do that. No, you should not do that. You should just, right? Obey the laws of the land. Stop with that light red. That's how a Christian should play Grand Theft Auto. If not, you'll get killed. Right? I'm still alive. I didn't die. Let me go get some body armor, and I'll talk to y'all later. One, God. The art of time. Heaven.